This is the story of the Lamborghini Miura. It was introduced to the world in 1966, and it remains one of the most beautiful, most important cars of them all. This is Supercar Genesis.
Oh, yes. Yes! What did this look and feel like in the mid-60s? Before the Miura, there were fast cars. Before the Miura, of course, there were beautiful cars. But there was nothing as outrageous as this. And like all the great inventions, of course, it was born out of a feud.
A feud that begins in late 50s Italy, where a businessman by the name of Ferruccio Lamborghini has become rather successful in the world of tractors.
Ferruccio is making so much money, he's bought himself a few Ferraris. Trouble is, they keep breaking down and costing a bomb to repair. So he takes one apart and discovers that his beautiful Ferrari actually uses the same cheap clutch as his tractors.
Ferruccio is not best pleased. Tracking down the boss, Enzo Ferrari, he says, "You build your beautiful cars with my tractor parts." "My cars are the best in the world," Enzo replies, before adding, "You are just a tractor driver, a farmer."
Now, Ferruccio doesn't take this too well. Incensed, he vows to seek revenge on Enzo by starting his own car company, Automobili Lamborghini.
First out of the factory was the 350 GT. It was very nice, but it was also a bit Ferrari. To really stick it to Enzo, Ferruccio and his team of brilliant young engineers needed to change the game. They needed a car that would make the entire world stop and stare.
And boy, did they nail it. This is a masterpiece of design. But even more amazingly, it seems no one can agree on who actually designed it. There's a big plaque that says it came from Bertoni's styling house, but within that styling house there were two young designers, Gandini and Giugiaro. Now Gandini claims he was the one that drew it, but Giugiaro stuck his hand up as well and said, "I did it." I mean, imagine not knowing who painted the Mona Lisa. That's what we're talking about here, one of the most beautiful cars ever drawn, and we still don't quite know who did it.
One thing is certain, though. The look of the Miura was only the beginning of Lamborghini's out-there approach. Take the engine. To make sure the car also had the pace to embarrass Ferrari, it was a 3.9-litre V12. But inspired by the original Mini, that engine shared its casing with the gearbox to save space, and was mounted sideways behind the driver for better weight distribution.
And what an engine it was! Bizzarini V12, smaller, lighter and more powerful than anything Ferrari had at the time. It had 350 horsepower. This later SV car, 385 horsepower. Big numbers back then, and I can see the carburettor and the throttles moving behind me. Every time I push the pedal, you can see it moving. It feels like I'm just off the side of the engine, because I am. It's about 6 inches away from my shoulder. And the noise.
Top speed? Well, true Lamborghini fashion, nobody quite knows that either, but it was at least 170 miles per hour, which crucially made the Miura faster than anything Ferrari was selling at the time.
Wing mirrors were optional in 1966. Why did you need them? Who was going to overtake you if you were driving a Miura?